Amber UGC, welcome in. Rach, welcome in. Jaden Black, welcome in. Yeah, the Snoopy ones are really good. Angel, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. Hey, welcome in, Bree. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. 10 minutes after the hour. Or 20 people. Victoria, welcome in. Victoria, we haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. How's everything going? Bree, doing really good. It's Wednesday, 2 more days of work. We're on the downhill. We've made it up the hill. Now we're going down. Victoria, how are you doing? Uh-oh. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, everyone. We're just waiting for 10 minutes after the hour or 20 people. Today is Project Wednesday. We will begin with one story and then we're definitely at a fever pitch today at work. We just had my mom's funeral. We held it off for a while and just... Oh. How did it go, Victoria? Yeah, I get that, especially with my aunt's funeral just recently. How is everybody doing tonight? How is the weather in the East Coast? Silly Brews on YouTube, welcome in. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. Welcome to those of you on YouTube. My name is R7. R70. R70? Today was the day. I think it was the day all over. Hey, Mike Silva, welcome in. Wild Faith, welcome in. Today was one of those weird days at work today. We have a student. She's not on my caseload or I haven't worked with her. But we have this new student that came in, new 7th grader. And she has just stirred up a whole bunch of kids in the week that she's been here, 2 weeks that she's been here. She has stirred up several kids, and there was this big commotion at lunchtime. And I was like, what in the world is going on? We had some of the kids tell us what was happening, who it was, and I was like, what? This girl only been there for a week, 2 weeks. Now she's creating a lot of havoc. We had a very peaceful campus up until just recently. But it could be too, it's spring. The kids, that's when the kids get. Silly Bruce, thank you so much. I'll subscribe back. Springtime has sprung, apparently. Those hormones are running wild. Taking over. I think that's what it was. Jane Black, yeah. I work at a middle school, 7th grade. 7th graders. It's an energetic group, to say the least. That's funny. Yeah, they're good. They're a good group of kids. Good group of kids. Paloma Perez, 6294. Welcome in. Welcome into YouTube. Yeah, Rach. Yeah, 7th grade. Our kids, 7th graders. I feel bad for them because they're just trying to find their way, you know. They're swimming upstream. They gotta find their way. It's funny though. I know I didn't like middle school. I didn't like school in general. School just was not my vibe. But by high school it got better. But hey, Prince Hartford, welcome in. But middle school was tough. Just a tough. And then you find out that, you know, it's supposed to be tough because of the time of the period of life that you're in, puberty and all of that stuff, trying to figure yourself out. Oh, in middle school, Jaden? That must have been tough because Catholic schools can be tough too. Welcome in, everyone. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, 10 minutes after the hour. 20 people in the room. Today is Project Wednesday. You guys are going to be working with acrylics today. We will start with one story and then we're going to go into we're going to make some spring flowers. We're going to paint some spring flowers using acrylic paint today. And I want you guys to think about what color you want your petals to be, what color you want your background to be. As we work with acrylics. All right, let's go ahead and begin. All right, welcome in. It is Project Wednesday. We have all of our paints ready to go. You guys are going to be making a small little flower. Of course, this is the model. Our little petals got a little bit smudged, but that's fine. And then we went in and we put in some little beads in the middle. Yesterday I used a pink or a red and a white to make the background. I think today what we're going to do is we're not going to do the background. We're just going to do the petals. Because I think the reason the petals didn't work is because the background was still wet. I should have blow dried it first. But because we are pressed for time, we don't have a lot of time to do it. But we're going to see how it comes out. Let's hang this over here. But we do have our paint brushes. Oh, hold on, guys. We do have our paint brushes today. We have our acrylics. We're going to be working with a whole bunch of different colors today. So we are well stocked in our acrylic paints. Everything just seems to be going everywhere. I just lost a color. I hope it's not a color that we need. Otherwise, we're done. All right, so we're going to be keeping those things there. Let's go ahead and set our goal tonight for 45K. Usually on Project Wednesday, it's a little bit difficult to get to our goal because we're only reading one book and we're just concentrating on the project. But let's try to achieve our goal today of 45K. Let's set the timer for 1 minute. And let's tap, tap, tap away. We're going to pour some tea before we get going because if we don't do it now, By the time we start the project, we're going to forget. Tonight we're drinking a spicy orange tea. Our little friend just fell. A spicy orange tea with a honey base. All right. Our first book tonight that we are going to read, we're going to do just a picture story. This one doesn't contain any words. I was a little hesitant about this book because I like to do the ones without words, but they go by so quickly that it's kind of hard to do several of them at a time. But this one, because it was red, I love the color red, and I thought this is going to be a good one. This one's called String Ball. We love a good end page. We have our yarn here and our little string. This one gives us the directions at the beginning. It's called How to Make a String Ball. But we're going to go ahead and begin by looking at the picture. So we have this little girl here who's sitting at a table, and she's got this big red, it looks like a balloon and yarn around it. And she's got her little table here. So she's just finished with her little project. And she's grabbing her bag and she's saying goodbye to her cat. She's about ready to go outside. And then her little cat sees her leaving. And there she is waiting, looking out the window. Where is my friend? I think we made a string ball. I forgot when. I think it was last Halloween. Where you get a balloon. And then you get red yarn and you just tie it all around the balloon. And then you put either Mod Podge on it or glue. And then you pop the balloon. And then the yarn is supposed to stay in place. So I think she just finished her project. She hasn't popped her ball yet. Yes, remember that one? Hey, Tanya. Then we see that she's going to go join her friends. And there's the little cat wondering, what's going on? She's thinking, she should have taken me with her. There's the little cat imagining herself in the back of them. We should make a cat toy for me. Yes, exactly, right, Prince Fairfield? I think that would be a good idea. Something stuffed with, we could stuff it with catnip. And then she's imagining herself with the little girl at the beach. Then she goes to the table and she sees the little ball, the little balloon. So it's a balloon with yarn. And for those of you who are not familiar, you're supposed to eventually pop the balloon. And the yarn is supposed to stay in place. So you get this ball that has, it's got all these little spaces in between. And then the cat starts playing with it. Yeah, we love that color red. And then it jumps inside, makes a hole, and jumps inside. And then inside the ball, the cat starts spinning out of control. Look at the cat. The cat would definitely get all scared and start going crazy. So then he starts rolling himself out the door, outside. And then he rolls himself right in front of the dogs. And then the dog grabs it in its mouth and starts shaking it vigorously. There's the cat going nuts. And then they throw the ball over the fence with the cat still inside. Next door neighbor, she's playing jump rope, rolls past the little girl. Then some birds see it. All the while, the cat is still inside. Then a bird comes, picks it up, throws it on the slide. It slides down. And then look at the cat inside. Bounces right into a baby carriage. The baby takes it, throws it out. Rolls down the hill, right into a fountain, squishing all that water. Bounces off the fountain, right into the tree. Right in between the branches, and there's the squirrel. And then he comes out, and he's thinking about his owner. Oh, there he finds her. There she is. Definitely, the ball's definitely gone on an adventure with their friend and the kite. Her friend, she probably saw the ball, threw it inside the backpack. Is taking it home. She went out with her friend anyways. She didn't know the cat was in there. She gets home. Takes the ball out. She notices that there's a hole, and there's the cat. The cat snuck out, acting like nothing happened. None the wiser. The end. String ball. That was a cute one. I give this one about an 8. That's a cute story. All right, in the comments section, let's see what everybody's thinking. We're going to rate that 1 through 10. If you thought it was really good, a 10. If you thought it was meh, about a 5. And if you didn't like it at all, 1. Amber, you just see 8.5. Bree, an 8. Hey, Brooke, welcome in. Yes, we're going to be painting tonight. We're using acrylics. Prince Hairflip, you give that one an 8. Let's set the timer for 1 minute, and let's tap away. We're already at 8K, so we're doing an amazing job. Wild Faith, you give that one a 7. I don't know how long this craft is going to take because I took my time on this one. So we're going to do a short book, and then we're going to go right into the painting. All right, let me go ahead and adjust the cameras for you guys so that you guys can see what we're doing. And let's get all the materials ready that we need. We have a lot of materials. So we have our bag of paintbrushes. I got a really good deal on these. These were like 19 something or whatever. I had a coupon. And then some credit for my Michaels, and I got them for $10. A whole bunch of brushes. All the ones that I had were a little bit old and crusty. So I thought, I'm going to have to get some new ones. So let me go ahead and move some of these books out of the way so that I can move this desk back a little. There we go. Because I want you guys to be able to see the whole creation. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. Okay. Did we decide what color? I know for the West Coast we had picked a mint color. Oh, guys, one moment. Let me go get. I need a rag and a wet napkin. Give me one second. We're not used to working with paint regularly, so it's kind of hard to gauge what you need first. So we're just gonna play it by ear. All right, maybe let's see, a yellow and a purple, a light blue and light purple, maybe pink and green with a purple background. Okay, I see a lot of purple, so let's include purple. Pink and green. Okay. Why don't we start with purple leaves? Let's start with purple leaves. We're going to take our assortment of acrylics that we have. Let's see, we have. Let me see. Yeah, this is purple. Let me see what color this is. And then this one is a blue. So we're going to be using. Brooke, we're going to be making flowers. His hair flipped out of it. All right. Okay, so we're going to take this acrylic here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pour it right in here. Just like that. And that's going to be our purple right there. We're going to start with the purple. Then what we're going to do, we're going to find the right brushes. Tanya, you guys had an opportunity to do that earlier. You're going to have to wait. Remind me in 10 minutes. Keep an eye on the clock. When it says 10, when the big hand is on the 8, then you can go. We usually tell them that, then they forget. Then they don't want to go. You're going to miss the most important. You're going to miss the most important part. So I'm going to have you wait just for 10 minutes because I want you to see the most important part. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get this fan brush, and this fan brush is going to help us make the petals. So we're going to dip that in. Just like that. And all we're going to do is lightly pat. Just like that. And pat. Just like that. And we're going to take this one. We're going to make a circle with that. With our petals. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. But also, you don't want to put too much. You don't want to put. Prince Hairflip, last night I was on TikTok studying the masters. So you're just going to go around and you're going to fan it out. And just continue to make Then we're going to get this brush here. Then we're going to get, so we said, let's do a yellow next. Get a yellow. Let me put this over here. We're going to get a yellow. Put that in there. Yeah, yellow is such a fun spring color. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put in our center. Just like that. Let me put this over here. Then we're going to get our brush again. And we're going to do the same thing. So what we have so far is our little flower. Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, a purple pansy. Let me see. We said we're going to use, I saw pink in there. Pink, green with a purple background. Pink, green, yellow, and purple. Let's do, let's switch it up. We're going to take this and we're going to put it in. Now, one of the things about painting, you have to have an ugly, moldy jar to clean your brushes. Because if you don't have an ugly, moldy jar, that means you haven't been painting a lot. And then we're going to take the brush and we're just going to dry it. And what you want, I was looking at some of the people, the way they were doing theirs, and I noticed that some of them, their brushes were a little bit fanned out like this with gaps in between. So I think what they might have done is taken some scissors and created some. I love it. Prince Hairfoot. I think they might have done that because then you get wider petals. So we're going to try to keep the brush like that, and we're going to dip it in to the yellow. And we're going to make a yellow flower next. And then we're going to layer it. Let's put this in here. Tanya, right? It's not that bright, huh? So we got our little yellow there. I think with this one, what we're going to do, let's switch off the color. And let's put a little purple center in there. So we're gonna take this purple. I'm gonna take this little purple. I'm gonna put it right in the center there. And so there we have a purple and a yellow flower. I think next we should put a green one here. And then another one right here. Yes. Yeah, the hair dryer, I agree. You know what, Prince Fairfield, I was thinking of that, but all my plugs around here are used. So let's get a green. Oh, a dark gray or a dark green. You want to do a dark green? Let me put this one in here. And then we're going to take let's do no. I'm not gonna I was gonna switch it up, but I don't want to do that last minute because then it won't come out. Let's keep what has been working. Let's do this green. That green one came out really good. I don't want it to look like that one there. And then we're gonna put another one right here. Then we're gonna draw some stems. Our stems are gonna go like this with the leaves. What color should we put here? Let's do a pink. Oh, that would be really pretty. Or a light blue. Orange or red. Or blue. Pink one. Alright, let me we're gonna get, let's get a white. Pink would make it pop out more. Okay. Let's try a pink. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get this white though, and we're gonna put it right in the middle. We're gonna put it right in the middle there. I like for the pictures to have, I like paint with texture on it. Not just flat, but I like to have like little ridges. You can see on this one it has little ridges there. Alright, let me wet this. Yeah, let's do a pink. Alright, so we're gonna get this white. And then we're gonna do some red. And we're gonna mix it. Tanya, the important part hasn't come out yet. And let me see, what time is it? Oh yeah. I think I said the big hand needed to be on the 9. Now, we're gonna mix this so we can make our pink. Add a little bit more white to that because we're getting more of like a red. We're going to continue to mix that. Let's put some over here. Tanya, I'm pretty sure the other teachers know from the previous grades that you have a reputation for wanting to go to the bathroom a lot or trying to get out of class so you can go talk to your friends. So if you tell another adult, they're probably going to look at you and go, I get it. No, go back to class. You don't need to use the bathroom. The kids kind of tell on each other. They tell on themselves. They forget that other people know their habits. Okay, this is kind of like a rosy. So in that instance, I'd go, the principal would say, sneaking out of class. Tanya. That's why. We kind of know already. And then there's a fire drill or there's some unexpected emergency. And then when you say, Tanya was missing, then somebody would say, where was she, in the bathroom? Yep. Yeah. Nothing has changed. Ooh, this is a really pretty color. This is like a what's a good word for it? It's like a gloss almost. Yeah, a coral, yes. Yes, it very much looks like a coral. That's a good description there. Tanya, I love it. But when you have a Tanya in class, they already pick up on the vibes, so they keep asking. Tanya picks up on the tricks really quick. And then if I can't distract her, I say, you sure? Because you're going to miss the important part. All right. Literally, he knows what his gut said. So funny. Okay, now we're going to take our purple. And we're going to put it in the middle like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. I get a doctor's note. Yeah. Yep, a doctor's note. And we're like, that girl will go at any length to be able to go to the bathroom. I got my waist. Yeah. It's so funny. We have a student like that this year. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the green and we're going to make some stems. If it's not Plan B, it's Plan B. And that's why if the kids I'm working with aren't the best academically, I know that they've got other good skills. And those are the skills that they've got Plan A, a Plan B, a Plan C, a Plan D. And if their plans don't work, they're going to ask you, how do I solve this? They're going to find a way to get you to do it. The adult. That's funny. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to get a brown. Hey, Maria, welcome in. We're going to get a brown. I have a student that I'm working with this year. And he doesn't like doing work. He doesn't want to do work. He likes to socialize, which I get. He likes to socialize, and I totally get that. But he's that way. By 7th period, he's done. So I'm going to get this, and I'm just going to draw some lines. This is going to be the end point right here. So we're going to make them so he goes to 7th period, which is his science class, and I can tell that science isn't his favorite. When you have like an actual academic class at the end of the day, 7th period, it's usually a struggle for the teachers and for the kids because it's your brain's done. And so the teacher will instant message me and say, hey, Jacob wants to go to your room to work. And normally they're allowed to come in, but if we have something else going on or if we got other classes in there, sometimes we can't. So I tell the teacher will say, hey, he wants to come to the class, and I'll say, I can't right now, but have him go to the bathroom. Tell him to go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, and see how he responds. So and we're hoping that he forgets by the time he comes back. So he'll go. I think we can fit another little flower right here. But let's see if we can make some leaves, though, on this. And so 15 minutes will pass by, and then I'll get another message. Student wants to come to your class. And then I'll say, okay, send him over. And I know what he wants. He just doesn't want to be in that class. So he'll come in. I'll say, sign in, Jacob. No, I already told you his name. Sign in. He'll come in and he'll sign in. And then he'll tell me, I'm not feeling really good today because I'm sad. He already knows how to work me. He goes, I'm feeling sad today. I'm like, oh, really? What's going on? Well, apparently his grandfather passed away. We're going to make a little leaf like that. Apparently his grandfather passed away in January. And he's been feeling sad about it for a long time. But I think he's gotten to the point now where he's using it as an excuse. Because in the morning I'll see him in the nurse's office. And then I'll see him wandering around campus with a pass because he wore the teacher down about going to the bathroom. I just laugh to myself. Tanya, yeah. Take what you can, take the skills you got, and use them for your advantage. You know. So there's our little leaves. Okay, now I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the blue. We're gonna take a blue and a white, and we're gonna fill in the little white areas. I do that to my fiance. Tanya, it never ends. The kids do it all the time. I love it though. It makes me laugh because I know what they're coming in for. But some of them just enjoy, some of them really do enjoy just being in a classroom where there's not a lot of noise, or, you really don't know what they're going through. They come and ask you. We're going to take this light blue. We're going to be very careful with this one. We're going to put it here. And we're going to mix some white with it. And we're going to try to get it. These are some really pretty colors. They are like it gives like a coral. Almost like a, yeah, definitely overstimulated. One of the things, and I never talk about this with the teachers. Yes, very vibrant colors. One of the things that we enjoy, because we get to work with the kids one-on-one or in small groups. And there's just something about when you go into a classroom and it's quiet and all the kids are working. There's just something about it that's just, you want to sit back and appreciate it. We're going to color this background here blue. You want to sit down and you want to appreciate it, but the moment you take your attention off, somebody's going to say something and then the quiet's going to go. So when we're in the resource in the room, thank you so much, Brian. When we're in the room and the assistant is working with a group of kids, like 3 of them, one-on-one, and the way that I'm listening to them talk, and they're using the language or they're talking about what they're doing, they're like in the zone. I would have done the blue background first, but because the paint doesn't set, or it won't do this if it's wet. If the whole thing's blue and it's wet, and then we try to put the paint over it, it won't set as good. It's just fun listening to them and the side conversations that they're having. But you really can't say anything to them when they're doing it, otherwise they pick up on what you're doing. You're listening to them. And then it doesn't become authentic anymore. So we're just really quiet about it. The observation. So we're just going to go in with that. Painting is one of those things that even if you're not good at it, whatever you end up with always tells some type of story. So we're going to go into those little edges like that. It's like those abstract paintings. It just may look like a big solid color with a splash of paint in it. But somebody saw something at that point when they were doing it. And you want to look at it. Yes, Tanya, I agree. Always has the true meaning behind it. Whatever your energy is, or whatever your thought behind it is, transfers on. Put that little piece in there. Let me see if I can do it this way. And that's the thing about art. You can't say whether it's right or whether it's wrong, because it's yours. And it may not look like the other person's. But that's fine. It's not supposed to. How many of you guys have been to those paint and sip parties? Yeah, no one can tell you how to tell your story exactly. Aren't they, Brie? They're the best. That's where I gained my confidence in painting. Or thinking I have the ability to paint. I told this story a while ago. I'm gonna tell it again. But I made the mistake of dating somebody at work. Real messy. I made the mistake of dating somebody at work, and it didn't end well. It didn't end well for me. And I couldn't get over it. And I didn't think getting into it, I didn't think it was going to be a bad thing. But I couldn't get over this person. And I had to, my inner crazy came out. So I had to go. I was going to therapy, I was going to support groups. And my therapist was saying, you need a hobby. Go get a hobby. So I thought, you know what? I always wanted to paint. So this paint and sit place came up. Only a few, Prince Hairclip. Only a few. Um, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed it, but I did need a distraction because it was just too much emotions. Too much emotions to navigate. And so I must have painted thousands of pictures that year. I love the white spots. Oh yeah, they came out really good. Yeah. Prince Hairflip, no, they moved on to another site. This was probably going on 10 years ago. I still see them on campus every once in a while because they work they work for the district now. But I don't really talk to them. I don't. But I painted so much that year. I got really good at it. Or at least I thought I got good at it. Ashley Daniels, right? That was the lesson I had to learn. So if anybody says, I'm considering dating somebody from work, no, don't do it. Not a good idea. Ay, ay, ay. It was not a fun time. I remember going. I'm gonna paint the edges here on this side. I remember going to my therapy appointment in the morning. I can laugh about it now. I remember going to my therapy appointment in the morning and crying my eyes out in front of the therapist, which was another man. I was crying about a guy that I was dating at work. My child's father was my boss. Oh my. Prince Hairflip, right? So the guy, I'm talking to this therapist, crying my eyes about a guy that I was dating at work. It's just funny. And I remember the reason I was because every morning this guy had the guy that I was dating at work. He had his routine. So every morning he'd be in the teacher's lounge, drinking coffee with another teacher. Those two teachers, they had been at that site for a long time. And so they would have their coffee in the morning. And I would, we were very discreet about it. Only just a couple of people knew. We were very discreet about it. We weren't like, hey, we're a couple. Very discreet. So when I would go in the morning, the door that I would have to enter through, or the door that the teachers would have to enter through, I'd see him in the morning, and I'd have to ignore him and not talk to him. And I hated that. It was so. And then anytime I did make contact with him, it was so awkward. So I don't know. Must have affected me because then I started crying to the therapist. I have to go every morning. Every morning I see him and I can't talk to him. I laugh about it now, but it was so painful back then. The things you learn. Prince Hairlip. In 1994, I dated my coworker, got engaged, got married, had $3. Oh, wow, dude. Really? Isn't that funny? I was in my early 20s. Yeah, right? The things that we learn when we're young and dumb. I love it. Hey, Dartini, welcome in. Everything's going good. Update on my cousin. I haven't seen her since Saturday. My aunt went to go visit her yesterday. When you go visit her, she's in bed and she's quiet. She'll say hi and she'll talk just for a couple of minutes and then she goes to sleep. I don't know if it's because I'm going to draw a little bit of designs on here, guys. I don't know if it's because it's got to be because of the chemo because she's already got 2 rounds of chemo. But we're just kind of, we don't know where. It's literally just day by day. We're just kind of, if they're in contact with my cousin Elsa up north, who's the doctor. My cousin Monica is the one that's in the hospital. And we are just waiting. At this point, thankfully she's being taken care of. She is in the hospital. Okay. So there is our lovely spring picture. I think what we can do, let's get some embellishments, and let's put some embellishments here at the corner. We still have about 10 minutes left for our hour. Together. Oh, some glitter on the flowers? What color should we put our embellishments? Remember that we have, should we do different colors? We've got like these greens. A silver? Ooh, silver. Glitter. Let's see. Yeah, I think a silver would make it pop. I think that's a silver. Yeah, let's do... Okay, let's get silver. Okay, we've got 3 silvers so far. There's a purple. We have to find silvers. Let me move this. Here. I'm not getting a lot of silver ones. Let's make some purple in that too. Okay, let me get out the glue gun. Now fire up the glue gun. Oh, some blue and some red. Okay. Fire up the glue gun. We're gonna do, we do have a lot of reds here. A lot of red pieces. And then we've got this turquoise blue. Yeah, it'd be fun, huh, if we mix it up. Some little pieces. I think if we do 3 of each piece. Okay, so we're gonna take this. We're gonna make sure some of that blue stays in there. And then let's do a red. I think we'll need like a little, at least 4. Okay. All right, now we're ready for the finishing touches. Our little clip so we can hang it on. Aw, I think that added something to it. A little bit of shimmer. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to take these little clips. Isn't that fun? Pin snare flip. We're going to take this. We're going to clip this to the back like this. That way we can clip it to the tree. And There you are. Your spring flowers. It's cute. Let's bring these back up and then we will put it on the tree. We will put it on the spring tree. Let's hang it right here. I'm going to clip it right there. I think that came out really pretty. I like how it's like a display. It's almost like a little, it'll be like a little art display. And then when we do one for project for the West Coast, we'll put that one right here. And then we'll have a small little collection of pictures. Cute. All right. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for joining us today on Project Wednesday. Tanya, I got the tree on Amazon. Yeah, Brooke, we got cherry blossoms on it. As a matter of fact, we're supposed to be adding cherry blossoms. Yeah, it looks really cute when you turn off the if you turn off the light, you get this nice little glow in the background. Yeah, it's really cute. They're about this. I think this one is like $49, $50. So we're gonna take our little blossom. Let's put a little paint on it. We're gonna do the little turquoise blue. Put some paint on it. Paint the little leaves. And put it right there. Our little tree display. That's gonna be really pretty. Extend it out like that. There we go. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for joining us today for Project Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for the 14,000 likes. For those of you who are on the East Coast and you're getting ready for bed, have yourselves a good night. If you're going to stay up with us, we'll be back on again in, what time is it? We'll be back on again in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, which is 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock East Coast time and then 11 o'clock West Coast time. Alrighty, friends, have yourselves a good night and we will see you in a bit.